Well, hello, mamas. We are here to talk about another lesson you're going to learn at the upcoming event, Love to Learn 2023. Today's lesson is failure is part of learning. So, before we get going, I want to know, mamas, does your teen do okay when he's not okay? If there's that maybe not so great report card, or maybe that project that doesn't turn out like your teen expected, does your teen handle it well? Now, I know, mamas, that's not necessarily something you want to see. You don't want your teens to fail. But I want to know for today, does your teen handle it well? So let me know down below. And if you're wondering what this Love to Learn event is all about, join us by clicking the link in the description. I encourage you to sign up after the video. So stick around so you can learn why this idea of failure is actually a good thing. Now, our teens are going to learn a lot. That's what I want them to learn. No matter if you've got middle schoolers, high schoolers, college kiddos at home. But while they are learning, they're also going to fail a lot. Unfortunately, things don't just come easily for everybody all the time. I can think of many times when I felt like I was done, when I felt like, I'm just never going to get it. And I imagine, mamas, you can think of times possibly as soon as today where something was tough, where you might have failed until you finally got it. You're like, oh, that was really easy once I did this. So that is the big message I want to share with you all today, is the fact your teens are going to get there. They're going to eventually figure it out. But part of the process of learning is also knowing failure is inevitable. Okay, I want to talk about this more. Before I do, if you're just now joining us, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jessica Coulter, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring, Study with Jessie, and the hostess of Love to Learn 2023. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, that follow button, no matter if you're here on Facebook or on YouTube, because I will be sharing more lessons that our speakers have shared at this Love to Learn event, as well as all sorts of awesome things about studying, about teens, about learning that I personally teach through my Love to Learn study program. All right, so failure. We know it's going to happen, okay? So that's something that I see all the time for my own self, let alone students I work with. Sometimes things go really well, sometimes they don't. The important thing here, mamas, the thing that I want you to know, and part of this idea here of Love to Learn, is that our teens don't always know what to do when they fail. Some of our teens think that means they're dumb. Some of them think, I just can't do this. Some of them give up. So the secret here to our teens learning, continuing to love learning even when failing, is for them to have the motivation, for them to be resilient, to have the skills they need, like study skills, like the actual ability to learn. And those are things that I talk about. Those are things some of my amazing speakers have talked about. So there are skills your teen needs to have in place to learn. And there are skills in place your teen needs to have when he is trying to learn. He attempts to learn, and then suddenly something goes wrong, and your teen didn't learn what he thought he'd learned. Okay, because I want your teens to know there is good to come after that failure, that it's not the end of the road. Okay, but your teens, if they don't know, okay, I can do this, if they don't have the right mindset, if they don't have that motivation, if they don't feel that connection to you, mamas, they don't feel that need to keep trying, well, that's when we have problems. That's when our teens decide, I'm done. And they go from, okay, failure is part of learning. I love to learn. I can do this. To all of a sudden, I failed. I'm done. Learning's boring. I don't like it. Boo-hoo. Okay? So if you want your teens to love learning, mamas, you want your teens to have these skills, to know what to do when failure happens. You want to know how you can help your teen love to learn through all sorts of amazing techniques, all sorts of strategies. You want to know what the skills that your teen needs. Click the button in the description. Sign up for this free event, Love to Learn 2023. We start very, very soon, in actually just a week. We start on February 27th. So join us by providing your name and email And if you want to, grab a VIP pass. It's only $47 through the 26th. And that VIP pass gives you forever access to the interviews. You get a workbook, which is really going to help you figure out what's the good stuff in every interview, and also a one-on-one session with me for your teens, so your teens can learn how to learn through how to study. So thank you, mamas. Have an awesome night. See you at the event very, very soon. If you've got questions, drop them below. Even better, reach out and I'll be happy to answer. Talk to you soon, mamas.